Hey there, welcome back guys. This video is for those that have the aneng smart meter right here and your flashlight's not working. This one's actually going to work, hopefully. Look at that. Well, without any further ado, let's get started. We've got you covered to get you up and running. Did you reach out to support and you get radio silence? Well, you definitely want to watch this video so that's no longer lights out.
So I just wanted to share that the flashlight's not working. Maybe you can send another one. But if you see, it says if you hold it down for a couple of seconds, the flashlight will turn on. Of course it's off, so we have to turn this on. Laser works fine. So here's the laser. Just before so it's on, it's working. And if I click the laser on, see, laser, and then shut it off. Laser goes off, and the flashlight, nothing. See?
So you're going to need a screwdriver. Don't be shy. Don't be nervous. Come to lose how to fix its service, because as you can see here, it's really easy and there aren't a lot of moving parts. It should be the same whether you have the rechargeable one. You can leave the batteries in there. No need to take it out. Just unscrew it. Use a strong screwdriver. If you have this screwdriver, something like that, you're going to wind up stripping the screws, so don't do it. And then we just turn it. I was like, it can't be. And it's funny because if you look here, quality control passed. #1. Wonder who that was. Definitely not me. And then I was like, should I just return it? Don't return it. It's an easy fix. I'm not sure what the QA process is, and then slowly lift it up. Remember, leave the batteries in, and look out, depending on which version you have, you might have wires soldered. So just lift it up, look underneath, make sure there aren't wires this way, there aren't wires that way, and make sure there aren't wires that way and that way. And then lift up, because there are different versions of them, right? So some have, whoops, and don't do what I told you to do. Because I just flipped this over like that. Just leave the screws like that, and we'll be able to put it Humpty Dumpty back together again. Just this thing will make sure you can put this back on too. But as you can see here, for me, this was bent. So you could take a screwdriver or something thin, right, like a little Allen key wrench, and then just bend it back into place. Bend it back into place, and look for some. As you can see, there's like some bridge solder gap over there, but that's not going to make or break the deal. So I'm just going to leave that there. You might have remnants of solder lying around, but if it's bridged and nothing happens, you're fine. That looks bridged, but I'm not worried about it, because as you saw, it still works. And then, remember, your batteries can stay in, and then if you put it back on correctly, see, let it snap, well, sort of, you should be able to have your flashlight working on the flashlight side, and make sure your buttons are like, it's a little bit tricky to finagle them to have them go back in, but you see, like that. But I'm gonna have to take it apart again, and flashlight works. So it's because, anyway, I'll show you what happens is there's a connection right here. See, those two aren't meeting right here. So those springs touch that right there, and then this goes like this on here. But I have to put the tether lanyard thingy back in. So watch your screws. If they fall out, just make sure they don't fall in, so you don't short it and trying to put it back together. So the lanyard's a little bit tricky, and you have to find a corner. You might have to flip this over like this, and then put the lanyard in, oops, like so. Hold on, it's a little tricky, but we can get it, see, like that. But unfortunately, now we need to make sure this is correct. So these go in upside down, like that. So, in case you're wondering, it fell out, but they have to go in so that when you look at it from the other's end, they look right side up and not upside down. So if we can somehow finagle that, there's like a little spacing If you don't see the space, then you know they're in wrong. And they have to be upside down. So there we go. Voila. So now, and there are 2 fuses in here, which is kind of neat. So if you ever blow out a fuse, I'm not sure what the replacements are, but I'm sure it's written on there somewhere. And if you short it out, probably wind up getting a new one. And then you'll hear the beep, but even if you hear the beep, you're going to need visual confirmation when you see that do that. And then, so don't just go by the beep, also go by the visuals of the buttons, because you need to see those seated in there correctly. And use a really nice screwdriver so you don't, cheaper the screwdriver, you wind up stripping the heads. And then good luck getting them out again, should you need to. I should have checked it to make sure it was working before actually screwing this back together. But see, so this one might need to be adjusted a little bit. For sure that needs some adjustment. So as you can see, not everything is golden. The laser's on, so we can shut the laser off. Laser off. There we go. And then now, so that's the tricky part. Easy to take apart. Not so easy to put Humpty Dumpty back together again, because everything must be seated correctly. There we go. Now we're in like flat. And then now, you just need to make sure your screws can screw in without stripping them. And this is a magnetic screwdriver, so it works really well. Now we can officially say, as soon as we're done with this last screw, that it passed QA and the flashlight is working. So knowing that moving forward, let's see, we press it, see? Voila. And then the laser's working, see? And everything else is working. Just check the meter, you know, connect 1 or 2 things, maybe just check a resistor or transistor or capacitor, anything you know you have lying around that you knew worked the last time. The ground is white and the red is red. Why ground is not black, I do not know. So in auto, we should get a reading from this right here, one here, and one here. It should be a 1K resistor, or 0.99, which is pretty much, you know, you round it off, so we get 1K. And the diode should work. Diode doesn't, I don't believe, work in auto. You have to put it in diode mode. So let's put it and make sure the modes work. All right, so we just go to select right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops, I skipped it. So I gotta reset. 1, 2, there we go. So the diode should light up. See, voila. Kind of neat, huh? Gotta love it. Anyway, hope this video helped you, and it's no longer lights out with your flashlight and you can shine it on the board wherever you need to be when testing those components. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below, or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you all next time.